Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and here I am doing this one-bedroom suite, and this will be the final step, which will be the post-vacuuming grooming, and I'm using, of course, my Hoover Hush Tone to do that. It will help in the dry time at least a little bit, and even though the carpet is, well, not very wet at all, just very slightly damp, so I will be post-vacuuming, and then I'll be done with this job. And so although I don't usually record myself vacuuming at least too often, I thought this might be a good one to just show you guys, who I know some like to watch the vacuuming getting done. So here I am doing the post vacuuming. So when I do this, I of course try to be as even as I can to give the carpet a nice groomed appearance. And then this will just lift up the pile a little bit. Although there are some areas that are quite packed down, like just right over there. There's some major distortion having been happening to this carpet. But the carpet is cleaned up very nicely. I got into the habit of using the vacuum to post groom rather than a rake or whatever. Way back in the beginning, I just figured that was, for lots of reasons, a better way to go. It does actually usually take longer, but not much longer. But it's just an added benefit, I think, to producing the best possible outcome when it comes to residential anyway. I don't think it's necessary to do it on a commercial job, partly because you don't normally need to, because there's no pile to, do a pile lifting to, or grooming to. Like this, it has kind of a push, and it benefits from getting, perked up and stood up straight. But as far as just giving the customer the maximum performance out of the cleaning possible, yeah, I think it's just a better way to go. And of course, I am charging enough money to allow for this, because I'm not price point selling, as it were, or whatever. I mean, we charge what we want to charge and need to charge to do this kind of level of cleaning. But yes, it does take longer. Yes, we include everything, but that's one of the things that our customers actually appreciate, is they know that exactly what they're going to get for the price that they're quoted. We are going to include everything. There's no, oh, by the way, if you want to get a proper clean, you got to pay extra for this or that or whatever. And we certainly don't. We don't do that. You get it all, and this has been a policy of ours pretty much from the beginning. Not immediately, I didn't do this, but pretty quickly I realized this was the only way to go. I've been involved in companies that did things radically different. Worked for a company many years ago where the idea was to get in the door at a ridiculously low price, and then the whole point of the game was to upsell, 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 and I was very, very good at it. In fact, I was one of the top sellers in the operation that I was a part of, even though I was using a portable, and mind you, I did mostly I did a lot of furniture. If there was any furniture to be done, they usually sent it to me, and even though the prices again were just ridiculously low, I think we were doing a couch and a chair for like $80 or something like that way back then. But I almost always was able to upsell to the, get the deodorizing and the protector, and, on and on it goes. This is a company that was actually operating right across Canada, and I was one of the top sales of right across Canada consistently. But I didn't like it. I just felt very uncomfortable about it, and so when I started Oxy-Dry 28 years ago now, one of the things I really wanted to get away from was to that model of low-ball price advertising, but then get in the door and upsell. I just felt that it doesn't sit right with me, and so very quickly I began to include. I think first thing I started to include was the deodorizing, and then a little later on I realized, well, if I'm going to use a cleaning product that has a protector in it, which I did not immediately, but almost right away, and I realized if I would include that, and then let people know that my price will include, and then I could say what was included, then I could start putting the price up. Because if somebody's looking around for a carpet cleaning job, they always ask the price, but if right away you start saying to them, okay, here's the price, but before I tell you the price, let me tell you what I'm going to include in the price. And it kind of short circuits most of the other competitors who give a low price, but when the customer says, okay, well, what are you going to include? They say, well, that doesn't include anything else you want above and beyond our most basic service. We're going to charge you this, and we're going to charge you that. And then I think people are getting, at least my understanding of the customers that I deal with, people are tired of that. Just tell me the price and get it and do it right. That's the kind of customer that we generally end up with. We rarely have people having an issue with price anymore. It just doesn't happen. We give them the best cleaning there is, and we charge what we should be charging to do it, and they expect that, and they get that. And we're just busy all the time. Do the best, do your best, pray that it's blessed, and God takes care of the rest. That's our philosophy. All right, so I'm done. I'm going to let you go. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.